most of the fans of the basketball player are fans of the sport of basketball. But yeah, if you guys thought that people weren't going to care, 1.7 million.
Have you seen the latest Caitlin Clark training video released by the Indiana Fever? It's gone mega viral with almost 2 million views in 24 hours. Well, guess what? As if on cue within a day, in a completely expected and hilarious twist, Angel Reese's PR team leaks her own, and it's a complete joke. Clark's pure gold, Reese's, well, let's just say it's more like fool's gold. Get ready for a wildly entertaining breakdown of these two videos. We've got stats, we've got fan reactions, and we've got some ridiculous, misguided attempts at one-upmanship on the part of Reese. Tell me jealousy ain't real. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. You know what's wild? Caitlin Clark can't even up her sneakers without the internet exploding, but this latest workout video, it's got everyone buzzing for good reason. Let's talk about this clip that set social media on fire. 2 million views in 24 hours. Talk about mega viral. But why is this particular video such a big deal? It's not just Clark showing off, it's a masterclass in self-improvement. If the video walks us through 3 key elements. Clark's focusing on first up, ball handling in tight spaces. Now Clark's already a wizard with a rock, but she led the league in turnovers last season. Mainly it's because no one was used to the otherworldly passes she was dishing, and it did get better post-Olympic break, but it's also because she gets double and triple teamed all the time. The ball pressure is immense. By working on her control under pressure, she's addressing that head on. Next we see Clark drilling her mid-range game. This is huge. Everyone knows about her logo threes and her ability to finish at the rim. She shot a ridiculous 62% from less than 5 foot last season, but that mid-range, that's been the one gap in her offensive arsenal, and opponents are forcing her to take those shots by adding her assistant floater and pull-up jumper. Clark's making herself even tougher to guard. Finally, there's a focus on finishing through contact. Clark's not afraid to drive, but in the WNBA that means dealing with some serious physicality, whether intentional or not, by simulating game-like conditions and working on her strength. She's preparing for the bruising she'll face night after night. I mean, look at those arms.
If you guys saw this workout has gotten a lot of people excited for Caitlin Clark because she is like directly working on her weaknesses, which I think is a good look. Honestly, I think that's a really, really good look for her because, again, when we're seeing somebody working on their weaknesses and not the glamorous weaknesses.
Here's the thing, Clark's not just working out, she's addressing her weaknesses head on. This isn't about maintaining her game, it's about evolving it, and that should terrify her opponents. What does this mean for next season? Picture this: a Caitlin Clark who can handle double teams even better, who has a mid-range game to complement her three-o shooting, and who can finish consistently through contact. Add this to the infinite shooting range and her uncanny court vision leading to quarterback pinpoint passes. It's like giving Superman kryptonite immunity on top of his flying, his heat vision, his super speed and super strength.
She's back in her natural habitat, back in the lab, playing basketball, and it's got to be a scary sight for the rest of the WNBA if she gets even better, because it's not as if she wasn't absolutely phenomenally elite as a rookie and arguably the best player in the league after the Olympic break.
Clark's already elite. She broke the record in assists in a season, and in a game as a rookie led the league in three-pointers and one of the league leaders in points, but she's aiming for unstoppable. This isn't just off-season training, it's a statement of intent. Watch out, because an MVP season is incoming. Clark's not just looking to improve, she's looking to dominate.
So you're starting from a very high place, but as Michael Jordan once famously said, right, the ceiling is the roof. And there really is no ceiling on Caitlin Clark's game because of her vision. I think the thing that stands out the most to me is her court vision. And when you're able to shoot from deep the way she's able to shoot from deep.
But wait, there's more to this story, because while Clark's out here putting in the work, someone else decided they needed to join the party, and trust me, it's not quite the same level of dedication. Picture this: you're Angel Reese's publicist and you've just watched Caitlin Clark's video go supernova. What do you do next? The answer might surprise you, and it's causing quite a stir in the WNBA world. Guess what happened next? Angel Reese's PR team went into full-blown panic mode. They scrambled to release their own workout video, and boy does it show. This knee-jerk reaction screams desperation, not dedication.
There is really nothing you can do as a defense but hope the ball doesn't go in the basket. That's the level of greatness that Caitlin Clark can get to, where the defense's only hope is that she misses.
Let's talk about this video for a second. Reese is out there ball in hand showing off her handles and putting up shots. Sounds great, right? But something about this whole thing feels off. It's like watching a cover band try to recreate a chart-topping hit. The notes are there, but the soul is missing. Now let's crunch some numbers. Clark's video, a cool 2 million views in 24 hours. Reese's, it's limping along at 200,000 views in 12 hours. At this rate she'll be lucky to hit 500,000 in a full day. That's Barely a quarter of Clark's reach, ouch, but here's what's really got people talking. Where's the Chicago Sky in all of this? You'd think Reese's actual team would be front and center showcasing their star players' off-season grind. Instead, we've got crickets from the Sky and a hastily thrown together video from Reese's PR team, and nobody's impressed. So what's really going on with Reese's training? Let's be real for a second. This is the same Angel Reese who shot a dismal 44.5% on attempts from less than 5 feet and 39.1% overall from the field. That's one of the worst percentag in WNBA history for someone taking that many close-range shots. You'd think her workout video would focus on, actually making those shots.
The lack of, proof that she's been in the gym working on her craft, trying to hone her skills after what can only be described as one of the worst shooting seasons anybody's ever seen in the history of basketball.
Instead, we're treated to a highlight reel that seems more concerned with looking good than addressing real weaknesses. It's all flash, no substance. This isn't about improvement, it's about keeping up appearances. It's like Reese is more worried about her Instagram feed than her stat sheet. But wait, there's more. While Clark's busy revolutionizing her game, Reese has been making waves on the red carpet, dropping hot takes on podcasts and ranting about her salary. Now, there's nothing wrong with building your brand, but when your on-court performance is begging for attention, maybe it's time to reassess those priorities. And no, my R is more than that, it's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means. Speaking of appearances, let's break down what we're actually seeing in these videos, because trust me, details don't lie, and those details are telling a story that Reese might not want us to hear. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time and we appreciate you. Now back to the action. I'm trying to figure out why she's putting so much time in developing an outside shot when she works under the basket primarily. Are you get a rebound? Are you going to try to run out there all of a sudden and shoot a three, even though you got perimeter players that are standing around waiting for you to pass them the ball so they can shoot wide open shots? It could potentially be a horrible season for the Chicago Sky. You ever see those Instagram verse reality posts that always make you do a double take? While the Clark and Reese workout videos are serving up some serious expectation versus reality vibes. But here's the thing, one of these athletes is about to get a wake-up call, and it's not who you might expect. Let's break down what these videos actually show us. On one side, we've got Caitlin Clark laser focused on specific aspects of her game. She's working on tight dribbling, navigating through confined spaces. Then there's the mid-range game and finishing through contact. Clark's not just working out, she's addressing her weaknesses head on. What did they used to say on Sports Center? Can't stop them, you can only hope to contain them. That's basically where you already were with Caitlin Clark, but she seems to be working to make sure she really can't even be contained by anyone. Has now flipped the script to Angel Reese's video. Sure, she's out there dribbling and shooting, but something's off. You know what's wild? Reese is practicing three-pointers when her inside game is crying out for attention. Let me get this straight, does she want to be the next Steph Curry instead of trying so hard to one-up Clark? Why not focus on your own game? You're a big focus on finishing at the rim. A lot of the videos we see with Caitlin Clark, she's got actual grown men out there in her face trying to keep her from making shots, and this and that and the other. There's not a lot of hands in Angel Reese's face here, and I am confused by the fact that she's trying to become this long-range player. It looks like this is she plays under the basket, or we thought she was playing under the basket. But wait, there's more. Where's Tyler Marsh, Reese's actual coach? While we see Stephanie White guiding Clark through her drills, Marsh is nowhere to be found in Reese's video. Instead, she's working with her trainers. Nothing wrong with getting extra help, but shouldn't your team's head coach be part of your off-season plan? And you've got the moves that the Fever can make in the off-season, whether it be free agency or the draft, to bolster the roster. So what do these differences tell us about their mindsets? Clark's video screams dedication and strategic improvement. She's not just maintaining her game, she's evolving it. Reese's video, on the other hand, feels more like a hasty response to Clark's viral moment. It's like she's more concerned with staying relevant on social media than addressing her on-court struggles. Here's the reality, one of these players is preparing for dominance while the other seems focused on likes and views. Clark's putting in the work to potentially have an MVP caliber season. Raise, she's at risk of falling behind if she doesn't start focusing on the right areas of her game, and it just leaves you a scratch in your head as to what exactly is going on. Is Angel Reese trying to be an influencer, or is she trying to be a basketball player? You know what's really telling? The fan reactions to these videos. Clark supporters are fired up, anticipating a breakout season. Meanwhile, Reese followers are scratching their heads wondering why she's not addressing her real weaknesses. But don't take my word for it, the fans have plenty to say, and trust me,